everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited because in this video I'm going to be showing you finally my finished Tigey that I mentioned at the end of my other video, and here it is. Ta-da! I just finished Tigey. Well, actually I finished his eyes a while ago. It was giving me a little trouble, so I had to go back to the craft store to finish the eyes, but we'll get into that a little bit later. I just want to take a second to say welcome. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my other future videos. What I do here is I talk about everything and anything crochet, so that's yarn reviews or my favorite pattern reviews, because I love crocheting free and paid patterns. So if you have any patterns that you are thinking of doing and you haven't yet because you're not quite sure, leave it down below in the comments and let me know what your next project is, and maybe there will be my next one here on my channel. Whoa! I'm filming natural light, so the sun is coming in and out. But yeah, this is Tigey. I had lots of fun making him. By the way, this always will be my own opinion and the good and the bad. So let's get started. So this is Tigey, and Tigey is by Allison Hoffman, which you would know by Crafty is Cool, and you can find her at craftyiscool.com. And she is also on Etsy and Reverly, I think. I will have everything linked down below to where you can find her. But I feel like Tigey didn't come out as different as the pattern in the picture. The only difference is like the head size, which I wish I would have overstuffed. Like with these, you really have to put in, like, stuff the head up. Like when you think that's enough, like no, you still have to kind of shape it for it to be round. So that's the only one thing I should have known. I would have wished I'd known at the beginning. But overall, turned out great. I love it. This pattern was, I paid for it for myself. I paid for it on my own. And just a little bit backstory on this whole project idea. This is actually for my niece. So my husband's sister messaged me and her mom to see who could make a Tigey, and of course I jumped on that right away because my daughter and son also love Tigey, and so I figured I would make her one and then make them one too. I was literally parked outside AC Moore when I got the idea to buy it at that moment, so I wasn't able to see what yarn she recommended at that time because I couldn't open it on my phone. So I kind of winged it and then went home and noticed that the dark blue was actually supposed to have been sport weight and not worsted weight, which is why I had trouble getting the right size on his face. So what I did was, and you might too if you want to use worsted weight, is just use less chains recommended for the sides and the back. So the back and the side I had to customize just a little bit less chains and then sewed it on. So you have really nice picture here of how to position them and kind of go along with it, but I didn't use the stitches or chains that she recommended. So that was the only thing that kind of slowed me down a little bit, was because I think I did like 2 or 4 extra of these because I thought they were going to fit and they didn't. So I had to go back and redo it. But when I got that, then, you know, I just sewed it on and it turned out pretty good. The eyes, for the eyes, you will have to YouTube, or if you already know, cool. But I didn't know how to do a French knot. But you will have to learn you would have to know how to do a French knot, which is when you Google it and you search it, super easy. I figured it out in like 2-3 tries, and it doesn't say on the pattern, but just in case you want to know, I did 5 loops, 5 turns. So I yarned it over the needle 5 times on each eye. And once you do the French knot, you'll understand what I'm saying. It's yeah, you just pretty much do that, and then you pull the needle through and it creates a ball, and then you reinsert the needle through, and then you just tie it in the back. And then I just sewed the eyes with the black needle just as recommended. I also loved how she described how to make the mouth, because I usually always have a really hard time to make the mouth. Usually is a V, but this one turned out pretty great. Like it. Other thing is she says to use an F size hook 4mm, but the F hook is a 375, so if you get confused with that, I did message her and she was really cool about it. I think it was like a faulty hook thing, so I use a 375. Just if you want to know, no big deal. From an F to a G, it's not too big of a difference, but when making amigurumi, it can make a little bit of a difference. So I thought I would just throw that out there. And I think that's it. She recommends to use worsted weight for the nose. Actually, I forgot to tell you worsted weight for the nose, but I actually used embroidery floss for the nose. It did take me a little bit longer, but I feel like it's nice and shiny. So I feel like it's worth doing it a little bit extra. And yeah, the size really quick. I wanted to tell you, she says that her size is 10.5 inches long, but mine from ear to the tip of his foot actually measures between 9.5 and 10 inches. I think you can hear my kids. I did use I Love This yarn instead of the Bernat, but the Bernat yarn is usually pretty thick as well, but we'll see how that one turns out. But I'm really happy with it. I'm not mad that it's not 10.5 inches, but if you are wanting it to be a little bit bigger than that, then I just thought to put that out there. But I'm very happy with it. The kids are gonna love it anyway. I'm sure if they love the Daniel Tiger and Tigey, they're going to love it. Kids won't know the difference. The tail is super cute. You get to even do the little Tigey stripes on the back. I thought it was so cute. And yeah, I think that's it. Very happy with it. I love the pattern. I will do it again. Highly recommended. And yeah, I think that is it. Thank you so much for being here, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. And if you want to subscribe, don't forget to do that before you leave, and let me know what's your next pattern. I'm a pattern hoarder, either free or paid. I am loving all kinds of patterns. I love amigurumi. I did the shawl before, and I'm actually working on a star blanket that I'm about to finish and share with you guys. I am loving it. But yeah, that one is coming up next, the star blanket, so stay tuned for that. And it's a free pattern, so I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and be alternating from paid patterns to free patterns, so you have a good variety and not just all paid patterns, because I know, you know, even I can't be like buying patterns all the time. As much as I like to support fellow crochet designers, free patterns are also, you know, a lot easier to get to. And yeah, I'm excited to show you the star pattern, so stay tuned. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!